What up guys, it's Mark from Enthusiasm Productions and let's just talk about stuff. Just literally stuff. I know it's been a while since I actually put out like a video like this, something longer than 3 minutes, something longer than like an unboxing video, which that was kind of an experimentation a little bit there. I wanted to see if you guys thought that I should just do my unboxings as short as possible, or if you guys wanted me to just, you know, stick to traditional unboxing, you know, opening the part bags and showing the actual parts outside of the bags and whatnot, just make it a little bit longer, a little bit more detailed. And I threw in a little bit of a ASMR unboxing in there, which I thought was pretty funny. I just wanted to sneak that in. ASMR is something I actually watch, I will admit that, and I know it's weird to some people, but it's just weird. It's just weird. You can't say that it's weird. You can't really say that it's a weird thing, because ASMR has been a phenomenon that's been happening to us for ages, and we just never put a label, or we never put our fingers on it up until recently. But anyway, I just thought I wanted to experiment and do my own take on that for a little bit. Just a little fun thing there. I'm probably not going to do that again, but who knows? There was really no point in this video. I really just wanted to put a video out there because I'm trying to enjoy my day off, and I wanted to kind of share with you guys some things that I picked up over the last month, because I realized I haven't been able to, when I am out, I haven't been able to record anything. I haven't been able to really show you what I've been picking up. So I'm using this kind of as an excuse to make up for that. So before I head out, because I am going to go out there and enjoy my day off, I was going to take a couple of photos of some new shoes that I picked up. Like these are just a certain pair that I picked up. It's the VaporMax 2.0. I have 2 pairs of the VaporMax 1, the Orbit Blue and the Anthracite Black, or Triple Black. And I opted for these gray ones because as much as I like the VaporMax shoe and I like the silhouette, I'm not a big fan of all the different colors that they've been putting out of this shoe. There have been some crazy colorways, like for example, there's an all black with orange on these little heel counterparts with orange, I think it's orange, air bubble. And for another example, there's like this black with, I believe, pink heel counters and this nice blue air bubble. It's just a pair of colors, or a set of colors, I just don't feel like can work with some of the things I wear, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. But these gray ones are kind of neutral. They fit with what I can wear at work. It's gray, black, and a nice gray air bubble here. So I just feel like it's one of the colorways that just works best and neutrally, so I can wear it with anything. Now with shoes out of the way, I know that's a completely different direction to what some of you guys are used to seeing, but that's where I'm going nowadays. Now on to more recent pickups that are more related to a collector. I just picked up this amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Carnage. There's been a lot of hype for me around Venom and Carnage and anything symbiote related ever since the trailers for Venom came out. I'm excited for the Venom movie. I don't think it's going to be an amazing movie. I think it's just going to be great. I hope it exceeds my expectations, but because of that movie, I am hyped, so I'm picking up a bunch of like symbiote stuff, starting with this one. And I'm probably gonna get the Venom figure. As much as I've heard a lot of bad things about the Venom figure, I kind of have to continue the line because I already have Spider-Man, I already have Deadpool, I got this now. It would be a crime for me to not have Venom. Also expect a review of this. I know I say that a lot with a lot of things that I show off to you guys, but definitely expect a review of this. Just because I love this figure so much. I'm probably not going to review the Deadpool figure, I'm probably not going to review the Spider-Man figure, but this one I really want to review just because, I don't know if you guys probably don't know this about me, but of all the like Marvel villains, I find the coolest ones and the most intriguing ones are anyone from the symbiote family. Now let's talk pop figures. So there was one day that I was just kind of out about at Target at 8 o'clock in the morning, basically as soon as they open, and I was curious because they had the sale where if you spent either 50 bucks you get $10 off, and if you spent more than $75 you get $20 off, or was it $100 you get $20 off? Either way, it was some kind of sale, and it had to do with toys or figures and whatnot. So I was there and I was actively looking for Jurassic World figures. So as I was going towards the toy section, which you have to reach electronics for, there was a bunch of lines, and I was like, hey, what's this line for? A couple of pop figures came out, a lot of Target exclusive figures. One was Jack from The Incredibles 2. It's a Target exclusive. I guess he's like all on fire, and I was unable to get that because whoever was there already got theirs, and a couple of other exclusives that I was able to pick up. So first I'll start off with the non-exclusives. These are pop figures that I don't see elsewhere, and I'm glad I picked them up when I did. So this pop figure right here, Rexy from Jurassic Park, pretty cool. I hope they come out with a Jurassic World version where she's a little bit more scarred up. That's a nice look for it. Now along the lines with Jurassic Park, freaking Dr. Ian Malcolm here with a shirt off. Now I didn't think this was ever gonna come out because there was like photos of this maybe months ago, and I never saw it, and you know, here he is, sexy. This is another Target exclusive. It's Owen with Baby Blue. Well, it's called Baby Raptor, but we all know it's Baby Blue. You can see that right there, like a little blue. That's gonna be cute. I know when I see this in the theaters, I'm probably gonna be like, oh. Next, I was able to pick up Cable. Now, I picked this up because I thought that there wasn't going to be much of this afterwards, but I still see Cable like on the shelves and at other Targets and other retailers. Now, I also swear I picked up Domino, and I can't find her, so I'm not upset about that. I'm just a little confused because I thought I chose Domino, but no big deal because Domino again is another one that you'll still see on the shelf sitting around. Now to go with Deadpool is, well, Deadpool in the almost the same pose as Ian Malcolm. Just no shirt off. Haven't actually looked at the rest of these until now, to be honest with you. That's the Deadpool right there. There's this cheerleader Deadpool. King Deadpool, that's a nice one. Bedtime Deadpool, kind of want that one. Panda Pool, actually have that one. Samurai Pool, I want to get that. Wizard Deadpool, I think Wizard Deadpool you can actually get at Barnes & Noble. Chicken Deadpool, Clown Deadpool, I want to get that one. There's Mermaid Deadpool, and then there's this Deadpool. And speaking of Panda Pool is actually a Hot Topic exclusive, and I picked this up recently, not at the same batch as my Target purchase, but I picked this one up recently, of course, obviously a Hot Topic. Last figure that I want to show off, the last pop figure at least that I want to show off that I picked up. This one was an interesting story with this one. It's it's another Target exclusive. It's the Iron Spider, but with the legs. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew they were gonna release one with the legs, so that's why I never picked up the original Iron Spider pop figure. And this was just totally out of luck. Like I just so happened to be there, and there was 3 left. The girl behind me, who I was talking to, she was cute, and I didn't end up with her number. But she wanted 2, and there was 3 left, and I was like, you know what? Let me be nice. Let me get just the 1 and give her the 2, because that's what chivalrous guys do. Except they probably do better at getting the numbers afterwards. The last few things that I've been picking up, and I already mentioned this earlier, I'm on this Jurassic World hype. I've been on this Jurassic World hype since I think the last trailer that they dropped, and ever since I've been hearing good, sort of mixed, but mostly good reviews for people who were able to see like early screenings and whatnot. I was able to pick up some figures, one from Walmart and the others from different locations. Now this first one is blue. Now, oh my god, that's actually a good pose. This is the Battle Damage or Attack Damage Velociraptor Blue. The Battle Damage ones you can only get from Walmart. I just found that out because I just so happened to be in a Walmart and I found them. And out of all the Velociraptor Blue figures that I've seen throughout, you know, Target and whatnot, this one I had to really pick up, even though this really annoys me. It's the gimmick of the figure. It's the battle damage. You just kind of tap it and then boom. It's playability, I guess. But like this was the most articulate blue figure that I could find out there. It's probably not the most accurate looking, but it's definitely the most articulate, and that's what I go for. Is as you guys already know, the legs can actually spread out a little bit. You can hinge back and forth. The arms can swing forward and backwards, and there's a hinge. But my favorite part about this is the ball hinge joint on the neck, which allows for like very like raptor-like poses. It looks good. It basically looks good. None of the other figures have that head joint. And then you have the jaw that opens up. I wish the nails were painted a little bit, and then the blue maybe stand out a little bit more, maybe make it metallic blue, kind of like the Baryonyx Rorivorce figures, which is another figure I'm still trying to keep an eye out for. But overall, great figure, 10 bucks. Get it from Walmart. Nice figure, good pickup, worth it. Now to go along with my Target haul, I decided to pick this figure up. Now actually this is what I was originally looking for, just this and whatever other Jurassic World figures I can find. This one I waited for, I held back on. I saw this so many times at Target. You'll see this one pretty much peg warming or shelf warming. There's just so many of them. There's even like the smaller one, the Extreme Chomp, I think it's called. It's a lot smaller. I might get that too, just to make it like a secondary T-Rex. It is like I said, a lot smaller than this one is. No electronics, it just has this like chomping gimmick. But what's cool about that one is it actually has an articulated neck that has nothing to do with a gimmick, unlike this one where in order for you to pose it, you have to really use this tail gimmick, because this is they call it the thrash and throw Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's dope. I like the detail on it. I like that it has the scars on it. This is my favorite version of Rexy because it's the original Rexy from the original Jurassic Park movie. So you could tell that, you know, she's aged, she's got the damages, she's got the scars and cuts. I want to really try to bring out the details of this figure somehow. I haven't figured that out yet, but got articulated arms. It just kind of swings back and forth, and then of course all this other stuff around the neck and the jaw, but that's part of the gimmick. Anyway, I haven't opened this up yet. I honestly just want to keep it in this box and then pick up another one to be able to have on display outside of the box. I don't know, but I wouldn't have to worry about that because there's just so many on the shelves. This one, the main reason why I wanted to get into this line at all was the Indoraptor. This is a dope ass figure. Like, it's the way I see it, it's basically like a dinosaur Marvel Legends figure. You got a lot of joints. It's a sizable figure. Here's the inner frame of the IBO Barbatos Lupus. I'm working on it, sorry. So Barbatos Lupus inner frame, Indoraptor. So it's a pretty big figure. So not only is it a big figure, but it's also a dope looking figure. You got the this kind of like really dark blue, pretty much black shade to it with the gold trim. The idea is it's supposed to be a black and gold mutant dinosaur. But anyway, I hope that this particular thing makes them so much sales that who is this? This is Mattel, right? Yeah, I hope that Mattel. I hope that they're like, okay, maybe we should put out more figures, more dinosaurs with this much articulation. Like, this thing has so much articulation for a dinosaur figure. It's like, the best way I could put it is like, it's like a Marvel Legend figure. So I will be reviewing this after I see the movie. Now this last one, this was one of the ones where I actually got more excited to see it when I finally saw it. I actually got more excited to see this than with Indominus, or not Indominus, but with Indoraptor. Realizing that Indoraptor was more like, I'm probably not going to find it, and if I don't find it, no big deal. This one though, this was one that I saw on the shelves a lot, and I refused to pick it up because it was technically, at the time, shelf warming. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was just a whole lot of hype that surrounded the figure that came out of nowhere, but then I just stopped seeing this figure on the shelves for the longest time. And these figures have been out for maybe a month or two. So by chance, I was at a Target way out in the East Bay, Pleasant Hill, which is basically Concord, and I was looking for a table. I'm still actually looking for a second table, just the same exact table that you guys have saw that's in my closet, so I can have one here by my window to work on, because I really like that table that much. Point being, I found Mosasaurus. Yeah, I saw a bunch of these initially when the figures first started hitting Targets and whatnot. And then, like I said, out of nowhere, there must have been a hype, maybe a prestigious, well-known Jurassic World figure reviewer put a lot of hype around it, and then just gone for the longest time. And then when I saw this again, I was like, oh, grabbed it. There's just something about Mosasaurus that it never really was one of my favorite dinosaurs growing up. I thought it was interesting. I thought, you know, I always thought it was like a crocodile or an alligator with fins, which was cool, you know, but it was never really one to think of, oh, Mark, what was one of your favorite dinosaurs? It's always gonna be like Raptor, T-Rex. But it never occurred to me that Mosasaurus would be up there. But there's just something about this. There's something about this figure, like, or just the character of the Mosasaurus. Maybe because Mosasaurus was like MVP of the fight. Some of you may argue with me when it comes to MVP. It could have been blue, it might even just be Rexy, but either way, there's just something about the Mosasaurus that you just gotta have. If you're into dinosaurs, if you're into these figures, yeah, I can see why so many people put a lot of hype around this figure, because it's dope. And honestly, I don't even want to open this. I don't want to open this packaging. Like, look at this shit. Like, you have the water. It took me a while to realize that that's what was going on. You have the water effect, and it's Mosasaurus jumping out of the water, attacking the shark. I always thought this was like a weird setup. Like, is it sideways? Is it this way? And then you turn to the back, and it's... Anyway, cool figure. I can only recommend these Jurassic World figures if you're really into the franchise and if you just love dinosaurs growing up. I know there are a lot of like Jurassic Park figure collectors out on YouTube right now, huge collections, and you know, they're probably gonna be the ones to turn to if you guys have any questions about figures like this. But from me, all I can say is these figures are dope. This line by Mattel. All right, so that's that. What I wanted to say about Gunpla, at least, is I'm self-challenging myself right now. As you see, I'm working on Barbatos Lupus. I was gonna say Barbatos Lupus Rex, but Barbatos Lupus is just gonna be, you know, straight build. I don't, you know, it's just nothing out of the ordinary. But I've experienced a lot of 00 and wing hype lately, nostalgia lately. So I have all three real grades, Exia, 00, Riser, and Quanta, and I want to build those. I have the Master Grade Quanta, I don't want to build that too. And I also have the high-res Wing Zero EW. Now, that's kind of a challenge. I don't know if that's something that I can complete, like, you know, in a matter of weeks. It's gonna take months. I don't see myself purchasing that much new Gunpla, even though we have a lot of exciting Gunpla coming out from Build Divers, but I do have a lot of catching up to do. And I will be posting my progress on my Instagram, which is going to be linked in the bottom. I will post like a couple of videos as far as where I'm at with those builds. It's just a way for me to really kind of get myself back into the groove again. Like, I'm slowly building Gunpla. Like, last month I completed the high grade RX-78-2 Revive. Never really showed it off, but I did complete it 90%. I haven't put together the bazooka, but I did enjoy the build. As a matter of fact, instead of talking about it, let me show you it. This is what I've got. Oh, shield's a bit dusty, but this is what I've got done. I'm gonna fix the zoom here because it's a little bright. Just that, there we go, that's better. I used black lining marker, and I'm starting to realize that I probably should stop using lining marker. I don't like the way that it kind of fades out after a while. So I'm gonna invest in the lining ink brush stuff that a lot of people have been using lately. It turns out really good, and it's easy to clean up, and it looks a lot cleaner than what I've done here. I don't know if it's because it's been exposed to sun, or I don't know why, but it's the first time I've seen the black lining ink act like this. So I'm gonna make that change and transition over to the lining ink. So I'm not gonna build anything new until I get that stuff first. But I wanted to make it look as real grady as possible as far as the joints go. So I did the outsides gold and then the inner joint silver. I don't know if you can get a good look at that right there. You can kind of see it there. I did the back of the legs, just gold. And then I wanted to do this in white, but then I don't have any white paint, so I just made it silver. But yeah, the only thing I want to change is the Vulcans, because I did it in gold. It looks okay, but it's probably gonna look better if it was just straight up yellow. Did a couple of details down there. So yeah, I mean, you guys know my style. It's mostly straight build. I just kind of add color where it needs to be. You know, I don't try to mess around with like seam line removal and stuff like that. I am a lazy builder nowadays, especially, but working on this, and I'm gonna do the same with the Barbatos Lupus, but I don't want to use black lining marker anymore. I really want to get that ink stuff. So before I even start working on the body parts, I need to make sure I get some more paints. I'm experimenting with something that I learned from someone on Instagram. She paints using toothpicks. If you know who if you know what I'm talking about, if you know who she is, or if you're familiar with her, then you know, cool. I just don't have the name. I don't have her username in my head right now. But she's amazing. She does really nice work with just a toothpick. Did I say toothbrush earlier? Because I really meant to say toothpick. She paints with a toothpick, and it's gonna be super helpful, and I think that's super fun because especially if you're only trying to paint small details and you don't really need a brush. I feel like that's gonna be a good technique, so I want to practice doing that too. I'm not trying to steal her technique or anything, but it's a very unique technique. It makes very much it makes a lot of sense. It's very practical, so I want to get some more paints. I want to get that lining ink, not the lining marker, but then just the lining ink little brush thing. And then I'm gonna challenge myself, build those 3 real grades, build the master grade Quanta. Hell, I'm supposed to even be building that high-res Wing Zero, but that's it. I talked too much stuff. I talked too much, period. Sorry, I apologize, but I'm trying to make up for lost time here. Yeah, so thanks for sticking around again, you guys. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. You know, every time you stick around and watch minute 1 all the way to the last minute of however long this video is, and all my other videos, it really does help me out a lot. You have no idea. Hence why I've been putting out longer videos, or trying to put out longer videos, because I'm really trying to hit that 4,000 view mark there. I know like an easy way to do that would be to do live videos and posting those live videos after the fact. They're like, you know, hour-long videos and whatnot, but I just don't have the time nor the patience to be doing it that way. But I mean, if that's what you guys recommend, then so be it. I might have to find some time and make some time, actually not find time, but make the time to do that. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.